Hey folks, there it is, Harley-Davidson's 2023 Road Glide CVO. This is the creme de la creme for Road Glide touring bikes out of Harley-Davidson Motor Company out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Now, Harley-Davidson's been manufacturing CVO vehicles since the 1999 model year. Before that, they were known as Screaming Eagle bikes, basically a production Harley-Davidson with a bunch of genuine Harley-Davidson Screaming Eagle performance accessories added to it for the 1999 model year. They're like, let's start making CVO bikes. And this is what's new and improved from Harley-Davidson in the CVO department for 2023. Now look at this bike. Now a lot of you at home might be like, that thing looks like a Indian Challenger now, which I get, but when you look closer, look at the lines. Look how well integrated this LED headlamp is into the front fairing. Look at the lines, how they seamlessly blend. This line blends into the fuel tank, into the side, and look at those saddlebags. They're literally shaped all the same. This is a very aesthetically pleasing motorcycle with great lines and excellent proportions. I know it's kind of silly to say V-twin touring bike would have great proportions, but this thing does. I love the lines on this bike. You can really tell that Harley-Davidson Motor Company designers really paid attention to the details. So not only are these bags more compact, but they actually hold a little bit more stuff inside. There is our OGO backpack with all of our camera gear and battery chargers, which allows us to bring you this premium 4K content. Back to the motorcycle now. Look, this thing now employs a 47mm diameter inverted fork. Yes! Now Harley-Davidson loves to use Showa suspension. So this is a Showa suspension equipped motorcycle with this fork. It's a sport bike like fork. Inverted forks are awesome because not only do they look boss, but they're more rigid. They flex less when you are using the brakes aggressively. Now we have Brembo labeled monoblock 4-piston calipers. Monoblock means the bolts bolt into the fork leg from behind instead of axial mount, which is the side. This makes for a more rigid application of brakes. It's kind of crazy. Harley-Davidson's been partnered with Brembo forever, but they never labeled their braking components Brembo until now. So now it's got the Brembo label on there. They probably want to show new Harley-Davidson riders that the motor company means business and is designed for performance-minded V-twin touring riders. I like that a lot. 320mm diameter rotors. That's the same that most sport bikes and super bikes use nowadays. They're pretty thick too, which I like. Stainless steel brake lines to augment that. Very, very nice. Now this vehicle features liquid cooling. Harley-Davidson does not like to call it liquid cooling, but that's what it is. It actually has a little radiator reservoir. That's where the coolant is. And when I say this thing's water cooled, it's water cooled with a very small amount of water. It's also oil cooled too, but these bikes are water cooled now, but they use the smallest amount of water. There is the radiator. Look at that thing. 1982 cc of displacement, 121 cubic inch combustion chamber size. Look, VVT, variable valve timing. The camshaft is located inside this, and the 4-valve cylinder heads now have a variable valve timing based on engine riding conditions. That means that the valve timing adjusts based on engine load. So that makes for more power and better fuel economy. Very nice. VVT technology has been technology that other motorcycle manufacturers have been using and car manufacturers have been using for decades. And Harley-Davidson's adopting the design. Very high tech. Look at that air cleaner. This is the stock CVO air cleaner. They also offer different options. Look how good that looks. I love all of the attention to detail, like these billet floorboards, these billet handlebar grips. Look at these things. It's worth mentioning the switchgear on this vehicle is all new. Look at that switchgear. Look how nice it looks. A lot of buttons, which we will describe in our ride review. We also have this beautiful 12 plus inch color TFT display. This display is touchscreen compatible, so you can use your fingers to do stuff. Very, very nice Harley-Davidson. Great that they're paying attention to the details. Look at this paint. This paint is delicious. Look at that silver flake, how it's feathered into the paint. Now this is Harley-Davidson's best paint option. If you can even believe it, someone actually paints this motorcycle by hand. It's a very labor-intensive process. This vehicle costs $43,000 to start, and then you have to pay even more for this Boss paint. But the base price on this vehicle is 43 grand. For sure, that's a lot of money, but you gotta think about it. Ducati Superbikes are 30 grand now, so everything is getting more expensive. It's just the way it is. Even though these things are 43 grand, Harley-Davidson's gonna sell every one of them because people love their CVO bikes. God, I love the looks of this thing. This thing looks so awesome. Look at the seat with the suede material. God, it's like cut out perfectly, so you have lots of comfort right here. It is awesome. Let's go look at the back of the bike. Bigger muffler here, a little bit larger in diameter, still has that awesome signature Harley-Davidson potato, potato, potato sound. Listen to the music. That was awesome. So turning the bike on, it picked up the Bluetooth signal from my iOS-enabled smartphone, and it automatically started playing the music. Listen how good that sounds. The sound system on this This is easily the best sound system I've ever heard out of a motorcycle. Easily. Good job, Harley-Davidson. We really like that you're paying attention to the details. So sick. Well, folks, enough talking about this 2023 Road Glide CVO. Who wants to see us ride it right here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin? That's right. So giddy up, because we're going for a ride. As always, make sure to surf on over to motorcyclistonline.com. That's where all of our written content comes to life. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs it down, because we love to hear from the naysayers. And we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for riding with us.